I am Steve Nickerson, OneHome, Colorado. Today I'm going to be talking about what buyers need to know in this frenzied market about covering appraisals and what the difference is between a market value and an appraised value. So the real question right now is market value appraised value? And quite simply, the answer is no. They're two different values. I would compare it to buying a car right now. You know, there's a shortage of cars as well. And when you go to the dealer, there's what they call the MSRP, the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And that price on a car may be $50,000. And if that car is in great demand, that car, the dealer is able to sell that car for $10,000 over MSRP. And so kind of think of the MSRP as like the retail value, the appraised value almost of that car. Now flip that and say there's a lot of those cars. What's going to happen to the dealer's price of MSRP? You're going to have that car selling for less than MSRP because it's really simple economics. It comes down to supply and demand. It always has. So the real difference though with appraised value and market value is the market value is now. It's what's happening today in the market, and it's accurate. It is buyers and sellers in the marketplace competing to buy something. It's either going to drive it up or it's going to sit and the price is going to lower. The challenge is appraisers, they're looking at history. They're not looking at now. They're not looking forward. They're only stuck looking backwards. The challenge with that is the market is growing at such a fast rate that we don't have comps to support that price. So buyers have to come in and do what's called an appraisal gap. They have to cover the appraisal gap. And some buyers can cover 10,000, some can cover full. The challenge is when you're presenting an offer and you've got 7, 8, 9 offers that you're competing against, some of those offers are full appraisal gaps. So how do you compete with that? It's very challenging. So what buyers have to do is first they have to equate that appraised value is not market value. And to compete and win, they have to really come at it with no worries. They have to believe in the home. They have to believe that the home's value is based on today's market and that going forward, they need to know that when this home closes, that becomes the new sales floor for the rest of the neighborhood. So future appraisals will be there. It's just not there today. So they need to be okay with that. But the challenge still is they need to have cash in hand. So we say we have a 20% down buyer on a, say, $750,000 house. That's $150,000 down. We're structure them as a 10% down buyer so that they can retain that extra $75,000 to cover any appraisal gap. But a lot of times when there's 20% down and it's not a non-jumbo loan, appraisal's not even an issue. The lender could waive the appraisal, but we don't know that until we really get into the transaction. But we need to structure the deal so that it's still advantageous to the seller so that they see that the buyer that they select has less risk for them. The last thing they want is an appraisal to come back and kill the deal. So the more that we can put in our deal that we're going to cover the appraisal gap and we have to show those funds as well, the better our buyers have a chance to cover and make it through that process and be the winning offer.